Michigan Constitution of 1963, Article 8, Section 1. Religion, morality, and knowledge, being necessary to good government and the happiness of mankind, schools and the means of education shall forever be encouraged. Section 2. The legislature shall maintain and support a system of free public elementary and secondary schools as defined by law. Every school district shall provide for the education of its pupils without discrimination as to religion, creed, race, color, or national origin. No public monies or property shall be appropriated or paid, or any public credit utilized by the legislature or any other political subdivision or agency of the state, directly or indirectly, to aid or maintain any private, denominational, or other non-public pre-elementary, elementary, or secondary school. No payment, credit, tax benefit, exemption, or deductions, tuition voucher, subsidy, grant, or loan of public monies or property shall be provided, directly or indirectly, to support the attendance of any student or the employment of any person at any such non-public school or at any location or institution where instruction is offered in whole or in part to such non-public school students. The legislature may provide for the transportation of students to and from any school. Section 3. Leadership and general supervision over all public education, including adult education and instructional programs in state institutions, except as to institutions of higher education granting baccalaureate degrees, is vested in a state board of education. It shall serve as the general planning and coordinating body for all public education, including higher education, and shall advise the legislature as to the financial requirements in connection therewith. The State Board of Education shall appoint a superintendent of public instruction, whose term of office shall be determined by the board. He shall be the chairman of the board without the right to vote, and shall be responsible for the execution of its policies. He shall be the principal executive officer of a state department of education, which shall have powers and duties provided by law. The State Board of Education shall consist of 8 members who shall be nominated by party conventions and elected at large for terms of 8 years, as prescribed by law. The governor shall fill any vacancy by appointment for the unexpired term. The governor shall be ex officio a member of the State Board of Education without the right to vote. The power of the boards of institutions of higher education provided in this Constitution to supervise their respective institutions and control and direct the expenditure of the institution's funds shall not be limited by this section. Section 4. The legislature shall appropriate monies to maintain the University of Michigan, Michigan State University, Wayne State University, Eastern Michigan University, Michigan College of Science and Technology, Central Michigan University, Northern Michigan University, Western Michigan University, Ferris Institute, Grand Valley State College, by whatever name such institutions may hereafter be known, and other institutions of higher education established by law. The legislature shall be given an annual accounting of all income and expenditures by each of these educational institutions. Formal sessions of governing boards of such institutions shall be open to the public. Section 5. The regents of the University of Michigan and their successors in office shall constitute a body corporate known as the Regents of the University of Michigan. The trustees of Michigan State University and their successors in office shall constitute a body corporate known as the Board of Trustees of Michigan State University. The governors of Wayne State University and their successors in office shall constitute a body corporate known as the Board of Governors of Wayne State University. Each board shall have general supervision of its institution and the control and direction of all expenditures from the institution's funds. Each board shall, as often as necessary, elect a president of the institution under its supervision. He shall be the principal executive officer of the institution, be ex officio a member of the board without the right to vote, and preside at meetings of the board. The board of each institution shall consist of 8 members who shall hold office for terms of 8 years, and who shall be elected as provided by law. The governor shall fill vacancies by appointment. Each appointee shall hold office until a successor has been nominated and elected as provided by law. Section 6. Other institutions of higher education established by law having authority to grant baccalaureate degrees shall each be governed by a board of control, which shall be a body corporate. The board shall have general supervision of the institution and the control and direction of all expenditures from the institution's funds. It shall, as often as necessary, elect a president of the institution under its supervision. He shall be the principal executive officer of the institution and be ex officio a member of the board without the right to vote. The board may elect one of its members or may designate the president to preside at board meetings. Each board of control shall consist of 8 members who shall hold office for terms of 8 years, not more than 2 of which shall expire in the same year, and who shall be appointed by the governor, by and with the advice and consent of the Senate. Vacancies shall be filled in like manner. Section 7. The legislature shall provide by law for the establishment and financial support of public community and junior colleges, which shall be supervised and controlled by locally elected boards. The legislature shall provide by law for a state board for public community and junior colleges, which shall advise the State Board of Education concerning general supervision and planning for such colleges, and request for annual appropriations for their support. The board shall consist of 8 members who shall hold office for terms of 8 years, not more than 2 of which shall expire in the same year, and who shall be appointed by the State Board of Education. Vacancies shall be filled in like manner. The superintendent of public instruction shall be ex officio a member of this board, without the right to vote. Section 8. Institutions, programs, and services for the care, treatment, education, or rehabilitation of those inhabitants who are physically, mentally, or otherwise seriously disabled shall always be fostered and supported. Section 9. The legislature shall provide by law for the establishment and support of public libraries, which shall be available to all residents of the state, under regulations adopted by the governing bodies thereof. All fines assessed and collected in the several counties, townships, and cities for any breach of the penal laws shall be exclusively applied to the support of such public libraries and county law libraries as provided by law.